And welcome into the Week 12 reaction show, the Paul Farrington Show. Paul Farrington joined alongside Jack Weinberger, Andrew Keenan, Zach Bloomquist, best producer in the game is here.
Restart.
Oh, no, the eyes. I think we leave it. Just a sneak peek. His eyes have finally been seen.
The eyes were revealed.
And we're joined by Robert Ziggy Ziegler from the University of Virginia. We are also joined by a slew of guests. We have a great crowd here today.
I can't clap.
Andrew. Oh, yeah.
Oh, we also got to talk about Thanksgiving.
Yeah, Andrew hurt his thumb trying to catch some of my passes this weekend.
Look at this freaking audience, guys. This is unbelievable stuff.
We have Alex Wiener from California. I was going to say from USC, but I'm not really happy with the Trojans right now. But he's out in California.
#1 fan, not in New Jersey.
Guys, I got a special intro later for Alex lined up with this cap of the week.
Yeah, we have a special cap of the week on a Tuesday. Zach's Uncle Matt and Uncle Mike are here. Yeah. Mike Rotundo is here. And Mike Rotundo, what a great move from him this weekend.
Some things you just can't make up, guys.
We talk about Michael being a jinx on this show quite often. And I don't want to pretend like Mike will say a bunch of different things and some hit, some don't. I'm serious when I say he hits at, a 95% clip?
Yeah, it's got to be between 80 and 90%.
Seriously, Michael says something and the exact opposite happens within seconds, time and time again. But this weekend...
No, this week was different. It was a mix of like a mush, just everything. It was weird.
This might have been his greatest trick yet.
And
me and Jack were there to see it live.
You guys saw it live. Go ahead.
We were there.
Jack.
So we had Oregon State on the money line against Oregon.
This is the cap of the week.
This is the cap of the week. Long story short, Oregon State's down 31-10. We're down by 21 points late in the third. So pretty much with just one quarter to play, we're down 3 touchdowns. I'm watching it with Andrew, producer Zach, our friend David, and our friend Michael over here. And Mike gets up. He goes, "You know what? Like, this is it. Whatever. Like, game's over. Time to chase. You know, with the night games. Like, whatever. I'm heading out." The second the door closes, Oregon State, a long kickoff return to the 50. We get a face mask, 15 extra yards. We score 2 plays later, cut it to 14. And, long story short, we come back without throwing the ball one time.
Unheard of.
And Oregon State comes back to win the game as Michael
and Uncle Matt won with 3.5.
As Michael walks out of the door.
Legitimately 28 unanswered points within like 10 real human minutes.
All running.
Yes. Paul, Oregon, they're punting the ball, right? Perfect snap. The kid drops the ball. Oregon State gets at the 1 yard line, scores the next play. Bo Nix goes for it 4th and 1. We stuff him. Take the lead.
It's divine
you can't make it up.
It has to be divine.
The second the door closes and Mike pulls away out of my driveway.
And do you remember the USC
calling and we did not answer the phone call.
Remember the USC game? 10 total points scored. Mike's like, then no one's scoring this game. Next thing you know, 50 points.
Well, yeah, we had the over in USC. So he texted Jack. He said, "This over is dead." Overhead.
It was
55 points immediately.
It was immediately. It was 10-7 late in the second quarter. I'm not gonna lie, like I wasn't loving it, but when Mike sent me that text, this over's not looking good. I could be wrong with it. I think it's dead. I'm like, all right, like it's gonna hit.
I was telling Zach's uncles before the show, if you bet every time Michael said it's over,
take like a money line.
If you bet $20 on the money line,
you'd be a millionaire. You
would actually be a millionaire because the odds are probably low, plus 5,000.
Oregon State must have been like plus 2,500 at that point.
Oh, and they were down by 21. They couldn't throw the ball. They were in shambles. They couldn't do anything.
So yeah, you have a gift, Michael. You really do.
Serious gift.
Was talking trash at the Turkey Bowl game.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that is also true.
Even Turkey Bowl.
And we were up 6-5 at the half, and Mike goes, "Sit the hell down, guys."
Oh,
we
lose
the game.
Oh, God.
We lost the game.
That's why my arm started to hurt.
That's why Paul his arm started to get tired. And
yeah.
It was tough. Oh, also, guys, also to bring up the fact that Mike leaves and I win $140 playing roulette on FanDuel Casino. Yeah, well. Yeah, 280.
Yeah.
Playing roulette on FanDuel Casino.
I mean, that's degenerate, Jack. I don't think you might bring that up.
No, it was a free bet.
Well, look, but it was a free bet in the casino.
You're playing online roulette.
But if Mike was still in that share, I would have lost.
That's pathetic.
Well, hold on.
Who plays online roulette?
It was live. It was still live.
No, it was live. There was someone in a warehouse in Puerto Rico.
Look, I hit on red, right? If Mike was still in my house, it would have been black. I would have lost.
Oh yeah,
100%.
And then Oregon probably wins 52-10.
Wait, don't forget. Didn't you hit by accident? You hit red 12.
No, so this Jack.
Yeah,
so
this is crazy.
We had a free bet. Like I guess since they've bet so much over the years, that there was a 150 free casino bet. Like you couldn't take it out. You had to use it.
You had to bet it.
So we're like, we thought we lost, so we're like, oh, we're gonna have to put more money in anyway because Oregon State's a loser. This is as soon as he walks out the door.
Yeah, again, pre-jinx.
So we're there with his dad and Jeffrey and Jack. I guess he's never played roulette or something, so he put $2 on red 12.
Yeah, it was just weird.
And so he didn't know how to do it. So I was like, "Give me the phone." And he said, "I think I just bet red 12."
What do you mean you don't know?
It was so weird.
Sit at a roulette table for hours.
No, it just looked
he had
weird
no
online.
idea how to do it.
It looked weird. I didn't know where the red or the black was. I just saw the numbers.
No, so he said red 12. The next spin. So Jeffrey's like, "I'll put it on red." So he put all $150 on red 12.
The red was the next turn.
And if he had put it all on 12, it would have been $6,000.
Oh.
And that was all going on USC Notre Dame over, and it would have won.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. All right. And I guess we should say Andrew and Alex, their friends won against me, Zach, and Jeff. Zach, and Jack in the Thanksgiving
And Mike.
game. And Mike. Yeah, and Mike. Mike was great.
He was the jinx of the
12 receptions for 12 yards. A great game for Mike.
Yeah, Mike.
It was helpful, though.
Mike was a PPR menace.
He helped me a lot.
You get him in PPR leagues, he's cooking.
I'm leaving with injuries.
Yeah, Andrew was injured. Andrew had a nice catch over me. He says he lost. Debatable. I don't really.
Well, when anyone watching this, they look at me and then they look at you. They expect that to happen. So
when I saw that ball in the air, I'm like, oh no.
It was a perfect throw.
It was a great throw. I was like, going
throw.
up like this. Paul kind of backpedaling. I'm like, that's no way.
Let's just no injuries. No injuries.
No injuries. Why don't we talk a little bit about football before we go on for too long?
That's all right.
Listen.
So do you think you can play freshman football?
Yeah. And we can welcome Ziggy into the show now because Ziggy has just been patiently waiting.
Ziggy.
Sadly
look,
shaking his head.
all I'm saying is I don't think the fans want to hear about Jack's FanDuel casino escapades. That's all I'm saying.
Wait, is Ziggy going to be here December 17th?
No, he can't come anymore, unfortunately.
No, Ziggy.
Yeah.
Got a grade, man. Got a
You can't
grade.
come because you have to grade papers?
Yeah, I've got a 2-day turnaround. UVA made some changes.
We can all help you.
Bastards.
We can all
You
help
can
out.
grade him if you want. You
I'm
can
good.
grade him if you want.
If you're okay with
Yeah.
me giving 100s.
Anyway, last night I'm watching the Eagles-Packers, and I'm pretty invested in this game because as Vikings fans, Ziggy and I are rooting for the Packers for once, actually. It's still great to see them lose, but we want to try and get the 1 seed here.
You were rooting for the Packers?
Oh, when with
Ziggy
the 1
sounds like
seed
the
on the
only
line?
true Vikings fan here.
With the 1 seed on the line, I wanted the Packers to win, yes. But I was still happy with the loss.
Inexcusable.
I was still happy with the loss. No, I put in enough hours that's fine if I root for the Packers in the game. That helps us. Anyway, Jalen Hurts on the ground had 160
Bullshit.
yards. I'm playing against him in fantasy. It was miserable watching the game. But
You still won.
I still won, miraculously. Miles Sanders with an all-time performance. But coming out today, a lot of people are really impressed with the Eagles. A lot of people are really impressed with the 49ers. The Vikings are kind of going to fly under the radar the rest of the year because that Dallas game, I think, put most of the believers, like myself, a little bit backstage. So my question is, Andrew, you've been on the 49ers really the entire season.
Well, yeah, I'm one of the great football minds of this generation.
Yes. Well, perhaps. I don't know. The 49ers or the Eagles? Who
One
do
of
you like right
One of
now in the NFC?
Maybe
What is
the
one of
Eagles.
these?
I don't think I'm not impressed by the Eagles.
And you can say
I like the
Cowboys
49ers.
or Vikings too, but I'm
No,
assuming you're
I
between
like the
those.
49ers.
Really?
I would go 49ers. Yeah, probably 49ers Cowboys.
Oh, so you don't even have Philadelphia in your top two?
Well, listen, I thought watching the game last night, you can't letting up 33 points to the Packers is terrible. And then they lost the Commanders at home. That's terrible. They should have lost to the Colts on the road with a lineman who's in the Ring of Honor coaching them as a gimmick. They should have lost that game.
So you're selling Philadelphia right now?
Oh yeah, I'm selling them.
Interesting. To me,
I
they're
love
still,
the 49ers.
to me, they're still the number one.
Every time we talked about it, every time I turn on that team, that defense is flying around. They're running the ball down people's throats, and that's what wins in December.
I mean, they won 13-0 against the Saints.
Yeah,
That didn't really impress me.
I'm impressed.
Shutting out an NFL team,
So he's impressed
always
too.
impressive.
Ziggy's a big Niner guy as well.
Well,
Yeah,
when the
Ziggy-
Niners are healthy, I think they're the best team in the NFC. I think they're going to become increasingly healthy. Is the team to look out
So you're
for.
also pro San Francisco.
Yeah, I honestly,
Okay.
if they can make
pro
the
Philly.
playoffs as when they win the division and they're healthy, they're my favorite.
Okay. And then, Jack, you're pro Philadelphia?
Yeah, I'm pro Philly. I think the Niners are a very good team. Top 3 team in the NFC. Great defense, weapons galore. Kittle, Debo, McCaffrey. Jimmy G's solid. That's one of the best offenses there is. Can stop the run very well. If you put these two teams fully healthy on a neutral field, I might say San Fran's better. But Philly sits at 10-1. Will most likely have home field in the playoffs. And if these two teams meet in the playoffs, I don't see Jimmy G winning in Philadelphia. The last that's so Philly being the number 1 seed, sitting at 10-1 right now, is solely why I'm saying the other team to be in the NFC, and it's not.
Yeah,
San
I
Francisco.
completely agree with you. I think the Vikings cannot go into Philadelphia and win.
I don't see anybody doing it.
They can't do it. The
last time
closest
Philly-
would be San Francisco.
Last time Philly was the 1 seed, they had a much less talented roster and went to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Look, if you can go into Green Bay in the middle of the winter and win, if you can go into Green Bay in the middle of the winter and win, I mean, I don't know what else you want to see from this team. Jimmy G can play on the road.
Yeah, but look,
he can play in tough environments of all sorts.
It's tough to
There's
say
no reason
Philly-
for me to think Philly's that much harder.
It's
You know-
tough
you know
to
why
say
I'm buying
Philly's
Philly?
not the team to be in the NFC right now.
I think Jalen Hurts is taking the next step to being an elite quarterback.
Yeah, I totally agree.
When I watch him, I see an alpha dog on the field, and I've seen multiple times this year when a game's on the line, and it might be against the Texans, it might be against who was it? The Packers,
Giants.
even the Packers, like last
Well, they
night
haven't
when
played
you
them yet,
needed
but
a drive
soon.
like to win the game, to kind of end the game. He's converted. Like, he's making the throws, he's making the plays with his legs that he needs to. I'm really impressed with
Listen,
Jalen
I can
Hurts.
just tell you what's going to happen. I can't tell you what 10-1. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
great.
no, you can't tell me what to think, but you
like,
You're
like,
going
like,
to
I-
have a playoff experience.
like I told you, the Giants are going to come last in the NFC East every week. That looks better and better. I know this. I know the East Coast of football. I'll tell you. I'm telling you.
as you preach about the San Francisco 49ers.
Well, I know that they're better than these teams. Yes.
Yeah, if he knows the Eagles really well, then he can know how the 49ers relate to them.
Yes. There we go, Ziggy.
Okay.
See, that's
All
what
you need to do is know the extrinsic properties.
It's better to
It's
have him in your
straightforward.
corner than
the
not.
extrinsic property. That's what I was thinking when I said those
I mean, for
things.
me, it's all about who's going to go to who in the postseason.
Yeah, I'm with you right there.
And who's 3 games better right now.
I'm with you.
That's who to beat in the NFC.
Let's move to the East Coast, real East Coast now. We'll talk a little bit about the Jets. Andrew, your father had a great prediction on Saturday night.
I also was a part of the prediction.
Yeah, sort of,
that
not really.
You just don't like to give me any credit.
Your father looked at me and he said, this Jets-Bears game has 38-10 written all over it. Now, the final was 31-10, but still, everything that your dad said about the game, defense for the Jets showing up, and we were excited. When it was 10-7 Bears, we were all like, all right, shut these guys up.
Mike White's the man.
Well, again, he's been watching the team for 50 years. Like, you think this is his first every game for 50 years.
No, I know he's dedicated. But Mike
You can
White,
hear the pain in his
you
voice.
watched the whole game.
Of
Watching
course,
Mike
I watch
White,
the whole game every week.
what's the confidence level as a Jets fan? 1 to
I've
10.
always liked Mike White. But, like,
I know, but is this a fluke game or is he actually a good quarterback?
He
you
played
think?
4 great quarters last year, like I said, against the Bengals, who were the AFC champion. 4 great quarters. Then he played 4 bad quarters against the Bills, who had a great defense last year, and the Jets were terrible. So, like, and he was effectively a rookie. He never has played ever. He was getting cut from practice squads, all this stuff. And then he played 1 great quarter against the Colts, who also were a playoff team, and then he got hurt.
So right now, where we stand, what is the future of the Jets going to be this season? I'm asking one of the great football minds
Of the
world,
generation.
of the generation.
I wouldn't say one of the. I'd say the.
Okay, so
Where are the Jets going to end up this year?
where do I think the Jets
Going into Week 13.
I told you what
Will Mike White win a playoff game?
Oh, 100%.
Oh, you think he's that?
He's going to be starting the playoff. If Mike White doesn't start, the fans will revolt.
Yeah, no.
So
I'm
after that,
assuming
it's
he's won the job.
Yeah,
Like,
it's Mike White. There's
He's
no more
got
Zach
3
Wilson.
touchdowns in 1 start. Wilson's 4 touchdowns and 7 starts.
Mike White
Yeah.
threw for more yards in the first quarter than Zach Wilson did all last week.
You
in one quarter.
know who doesn't like Mike White though? Robert Ziegler doesn't like Mike White.
Well, because he says he's not
Hold on.
This stretch here with at Minnesota and at Buffalo will be huge in winning me over with Mike White.
You also, again, you say you root for the Jets, even though every week, you don't.
No, I
Who
tell
would you
who
rather
said-
face?
I want to see the Jets succeed, but here's the thing, right? We've seen what Mike White does. He comes in the first week against a mediocre defense and lights it up. And the second he has to start playing good teams, he collapses. Now look,
What do you mean we've
that's to be
seen what he does? It
expected.
happened one time.
We've seen it.
Yeah, we've seen it.
This is like saying he's a
How many
30-year
times-
guy. Like
hold
Kirk
on,
Cousins in the
Andrew,
prime time. We've seen that.
How many times have we seen Mike White play well against a good defense? How many times?
Twice.
0.
Twice.
No, 0.
Twice. The Bengals were a good defense. Good enough to make the
were
Super Bowl.
not.
They made the
that
Super Bowl.
That defense didn't become good
Let
until
up how
near
many
the end of
points
the
to Kansas
season.
City in Kansas City? 13? Pretty good
That defense didn't
I
become
mean,
good
he's
until
talking
the end of the
about later
season.
in the
If you actually watched the games, you would have noticed that.
Okay.
Right.
Listen, I can't argue. Again.
So, you look at Mike White. He gets obliterated by the Patriots when he gets subbed in for Zach Wilson. Then he has a really great game against the Bengals. Good for him. Then he gets hurt in the Colts. He's 7 for 11, 95. Maybe that's okay.
One quarter.
Then he throws 4 interceptions in Buffalo. Like, no. This guy hasn't shown anything.
This stretch here of Minnesota and Buffalo is huge.
So when Mike White marches into that Mall of America, nonsense stadium that you guys have spent all this money on to lose in with your
the best stadium
with your oil money, will you start giving Mike White some credit when he comes out of there with a win on the road?
Wait, is that game at 4:25 or 1?
It's at 1, but
It's 1 o'clock.
Oh, it's 1 o'clock. Oh, Kirk Cousins at home at 1.
we actually have the best.
It doesn't
defense in the
matter.
league.
It's Cousins at home at 1 o'clock.
No, Andrew. Again, I sit here every show like a broken record. Jets have a really good team. I just don't buy the quarterback position. Mike White had a great
Who would you
game.
rather be facing, Mike White or Zach Wilson?
I truly find it irrelevant. I truly find it irrelevant.
I mean,
I'd probably
who
pick
would
Mike
you rather
White.
be facing?
I'd probably pick Mike White.
Trevor
That's
Siemian
insane.
or I mean, you
That's
take your
insane.
choice.
It truly doesn't matter to me. If flip a coin, it's fine. We should win the game either way. If we
It's
lose
like
to you,
yeah.
it's a bad loss for us.
Paul, it's like asking,
think
would
you
you
guys should
rather
make a
face
bet.
Trevor Siemian or Nathan Peterson?
I think they
Like,
should make a
Peterman,
bet.
what do I
You want to
care?
hear
I think you guys should make a bet.
what bet?
Oh, what do you want to bet on the game?
Yeah, whoever wins.
You sat here pre-show and you said
Okay, what do you want to bet?
With the 3 points?
I
or
don't want it
just-
to be money because that doesn't mean anything.
Yeah,
I'll have way more money on the game than me and you will bet.
with the 3 points or with the just outright?
No, I'm good with money line. I don't need the points.
Money line? So what
I've
about Paul?
got no interest in making a bet here.
We'll off air and we'll tweet
Listen.
about it because I don't want to rush
Do you
into
want me to
it.
just tell you exactly what's going to happen, similar to how
Please
we told
do.
you was going to happen in the Bears game?
This is real
He's
content
petrified.
right here.
This is what's going to happen. The Jets are going to go into that rinky-dink stadium you got.
Best stadium in football.
Your dumb people from Minnesota for some reason think they're from Iceland. They're going to be doing this dumb thing.
Very kind people.
Yeah, whatever.
I'll be joining him.
I won't be. It's going to start a little slow for the Jets, right? You'll probably get your 3 and out. Mike will do his talking in the group chat, blah, blah, blah. You might even go up 7-0, 3-0, something. Then Mike White's going to do what Mike White does. He's going to say, calm down, guys.
Mike White.
Hold on.
This is what he does.
You know what's going to be? It'll be 17-zip Minnesota, and
And
Michael
then
put in the
storm
group chat. Yeah, Mike White sucks. And the Jets will win 31-17.
No, I'm gonna.
My final score prediction is Jets will win this game 24-10.
Sort of. Did you say
24-10.
Iceland?
I mean, that's
Do you know how good this defense is? Legit.
It's a great defense.
It's Iceland.
We have a great pass rush where you've said that Kirk doesn't do well under pressure. We have a linebacker who's as fast as running backs and C.J. Mosley chasing down the Bears all day, 10 points. We have Quincy Williams, who was cut by the Jaguars somehow, and he's might be our best player on defense. We have Sauce Gardner, who, after he shuts down your MVP favorite, is going to be the defensive player of the year.
Yep.
We have 2 safeties who have won. We have DJ Reed, who's tired of getting disrespected because he's on the other side of this. Trust me, Paul, we're going to run the ball down your throat. We're going to play action to Garrett Wilson.
With who?
Oh, with an O-line.
Ty Johnson? Okay. All right, Jack, let me tell you something.
gonna
I
happen?
saw Andrew Chase Claypool made a great play on Sauce Gardner.
I saw that.
See
Yeah.
that?
Did you see Sauce Gardner's stat line to end the game?
Sauce Gardner was great, yes.
He had 1 completion for 31 yards and it was a 64 QBR when throwing at
Justin
him.
Jefferson is not
1 for 6.
Is better than Chase. Yeah, Jack. Haven't I told you this for years? Every single year I tell you. In the middle of this, like November, early December, some AFC team comes walking into Minnesota, and the Vikings have a stellar game and win by 30 points.
By the way, never
It
call
happens
us some
every-
AFC team ever again.
It happens every single season.
Paul, like, you're playing at 1 o'clock.
Yeah, it's a
at
1
home.
o'clock game. We play the Dolphins. We beat them by 41 year. We played the Bengals. We beat them by 41 year. The Texans. Every single year, an AFC team comes stumbling in, and we just have our best game of the season.
I love the Vikings.
And this year, it's lined up to be the Jets.
So you think this Viking team is like all other teams? We sat here for weeks and talk about them being different.
the Bye, Uncle Matt.
Have we not?
Say again.
Every year, you say, we have sat here, and Ziggy has said it, you said it, this Viking team is not like Viking teams of other years.
No, they
Maybe
are.
this is
They
the
are.
year
No,
the
they
AFC
are.
team stumbles in there and
they're
kicks your
just,
ass.
They're just like every time. All right, we'll move
Jack
on because
knows. He's
we
not
still
gonna
have the
say it, but he
preview.
knows. He
We
knows.
still have the preview.
Mike
And
effing White.
I like the Vikings here. I apologize. If I do like, I'd be like,
And
I like
everyone,
Minnesota.
and you know what the most public bet of the week's going to be? You already
It'll
know.
be the Vikings.
It's going to be the
Oh, I don't-
Vikings.
Look,
care.
I like the Jets. I really don't
You
think they're a
don't. You
bad
don't
team.
like the Jets.
They're fine. They're fine.
I think Jets are a good team too.
You know a team though that I do like that Andrew doesn't like? Miami Dolphins. Zach,
I
your
do as well.
Dolphins are I'm going to clap it up for Tua because he is unbelievable. I'm watching this offense week in, week out, and this guy's growing as a quarterback. These receivers are making unbelievable plays. I think the Dolphins have moved into the elite tier in the AFC with the Chiefs and the Bills. I really do. Why are you shaking your head? Every week they're crushing people. The offense looks unstoppable.
Listen, again, to be in that elite tier, okay. And whatever I say, you're not going to listen to. You're just going
I
to
listen.
rebuke it with some nonsense.
I listen, but I also watch.
I watched. They killed the Texans. They killed them. They are terrible, the Texans.
They are terrible. This is the week.
This team let
they
up
play San Francisco.
45 points to the Bears.
Yeah, no,
45.
But I
Or 42. What was it, 45, 42, or 48, 45?
Hey, and they got the win. They got the win.
And that's fine, but no elite team's giving up 45 points to the Bears.
Yeah, but go ahead.
It was 32, right? It was 32? 35, 32?
No, it was either 45, 42, or 40. What?
Where do you
They'll lose in
rank the
first round.
Dolphins?
If they make the playoffs, they'll lose in the first round.
All right, if they make the playoffs.
What do you mean? They're going to lose to the Jets again. They'll lose to the Bills.
I think for the Dolphins.
And then, they might lose a couple other games. They'll get a wild card, be a 7 seed, and they'll lose to the 2 seed. Will be, honestly, it'll probably be the Jets.
I think the Dolphins.
Probably.
I think the Dolphins are fantastic, like on both sides of the ball. Probably a top 5 team in the AFC. But I think to make a run of the AFC Championship, ideally, they need the division.
They'll have their chance.
And they'll absolutely, yeah. They beat Buffalo once.
If they beat Buffalo, they basically win the division.
They host the
In
Jets.
what world?
They host the Jets to end the year.
What do you mean? In what world when they beat Buffalo, they win the division?
They will beat you in Miami.
Why?
Because you beat them with a backup quarterback. It didn't count.
Okay. Oh, wow.
Sorry, counts as a
Oh,
win.
and-
Counts as a win.
So yesterday when we beat the Bears, that didn't count?
If you get,
I mean, that
Why?
doesn't
We had a
impress
backup
me.
quarterback.
It doesn't impress me.
So if you beat us, you're saying it does not count?
Well,
No,
it
that's
depends.
by the
No.
extrinsic
Hold on, but-
property,
but
that
hold on.
doesn't count.
But you're
Bitch, you're starting.
didn't
your
say
backup.
that.
Your backup QB is better than your starting QB.
Okay, but still, backup QB.
Yeah, but who was quarterback for the Dolphins that week?
Skylar Thompson.
No, it was Teddy Bridgewater, and then Sauce killed him on the first ball.
I mean, Tua Tagovailoa is playing at an MVP level.
Look, if you get Tua at home,
not my MVP, not my quarterback.
if you get Tua at home to win the division, that's the Dolphins right there. That's their division right there at home against the Jets.
Man, that'd be fun. That'd be fun.
And look,
Go ahead, Ziggy.
if Miami gets like the 2 or the 3 seed, that's Super Bowl team. 100%.
You guys are lunatics.
Go ahead, Ziggy.
All I'm saying is let's take it a week at a time. If the Jets beat the Vikings, you should give them a little more credence. If they can beat Buffalo again, you should give them a lot. But until they've shown stuff, I don't see a
Dude, if
reason.
they beat
trying to
the
beat
Vikings
Mike
and
White.
Bills back to back, they are my Super Bowl
Favorite.
Yeah,
no,
they
favorite.
are my Super Bowl favorite.
If you win
Like,
both,
let's just see it. Let's just see it first.
What wins in January? Like I've been saying, running the football on defense. What do the Jets do? Run the football on defense, and now we got
That's
Mr.
not
Play
true
Action,
at all.
Mike
you
White.
see how this went from a Dolphins conversation right back to a Jets conversation somehow?
That's just not true at all, though.
Alex, he knows. He's a loyal listener. He knows.
Oh, he knows.
Just put it
He
out
knows.
there. The Dolphins this week is probably will tell if we're a Super
This is a
Bowl
big,
team.
this is a big prove
We
it
play
game.
the Chiefs. Or
No,
we play-
San Francisco.
We play San Francisco.
Oh, where?
In San Francisco.
What's the line? That's my best bet of the year. It's going to be some nonsense like 2.5, and they're going to lose by 100 points.
Let me
Our
check.
ne- our next three
you
games
guys
are-
babble.
are
You guys
proven.
babble. I'll pull it up here.
This next 3 weeks are a prove it week. We're
I'll
on
be,
the road
I'll
the
be
next
right
3
there.
weeks.
I think
I'll be
the
right
Dolphins
there
have already-
cheering with you.
I
I'll
think
be
the
right
Fins
there.
are. I think they're proven.
This can be the real.
They look fantastic.
San
to me.
Francisco is going to rout the Dolphins. A rout. It's going to be disgusting, the things this D-line does to Tua.
Do you know
Let me
what
see,
happened?
what's the line?
Do you know what happened the last time we played Jimmy G?
What happened?
He got benched.
Look,
That's fine.
Niners minus 3.5 at home.
That is the most absurd line of all time.
Do you like
Hey,
that?
look,
Do you
I
like
love
it's-
that. I would take Niners up to like minus 14 and a half.
more than Jets?
It's tough for me to fade the Dolphins.
more than Jets plus
I have
3?
to. I may have a parlay of 49ers with the spread, Jets money line, and Jack's cap of the week, and it might be like to win $1 million. That's how confident I am in these 3 games.
Speaking of the Jack
I mean,
half
if
of the
you
week,
bet
why
that,
don't-
if you bet that to win $1 million, I'll tail it. If that's bet to win $1 million, I'll hop right on it.
win
Dude,
a
if
million.
I go to TD Bank, what would I have to say to get that
Whatever
money?
you put to win $1 million, if you do it, I will hop right on.
You just go up to the teller and you say, listen to me. I have a bet that is guaranteed. Like, I can't tell you how guaranteed this is. I think they look back at you and say, get out.
Generational mind in football.
Yeah, you sit down. You say,
You
listen.
guys think, but am I this? If you guys actually think the Dolphins have a chance this game, I love the 49ers even more.
Oh, I think the
Because I think
Dolphins have a
everyone's going to
chance.
be 49ers. Okay.
I think people are going to be all over the 49ers, but I think the Dolphins are a really, really talented
Guys,
team.
I want to take back my my statement also way early on in the season about the Bengals.
You don't get to take things back.
I'm very
You get
high.
to
I'm high in the
apologize.
Bengals.
Would you just apologize to the Bengals?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I feel like you're saying sorry to someone every week on this show.
But, the Bengals,
Paul
that's
owes
a good
like
team.
85 sorries to the Jets.
I owe nothing. I like the Jets.
This is what I want you to do. I want you, the winner of the game.
Mm-hmm.
If the Jets win, I'll get you a Jets jersey, or you could wear that Vilma or something.
Not Vilma.
No, the Zach Wilson that I wore. Same
No,
one.
we don't wear that. That jersey's being
Oh,
burned.
yeah, right,
Not
right,
Vilma.
yeah.
He was
Wipe your
on
ass
that
with that.
Saints team. Jonathan Vilma, he can fuck off.
No, it's got to be the Vilma.
All right.
You wear the Vilma, and I want you to post a picture on Instagram in the Jonathan Vilma jersey, and I wanted to just write Mike effing White. That's all I want.
On my personal account?
Yes.
Andrew, hold on.
Can I take it down at some point?
Yeah, it has to be there for a week.
A week? All right. And,
All right,
if,
deal.
I, and if I
Andrew,
win, if the Vikings win.
I got one.
Well, I'll do whatever you want.
What's your confidence level in Jets winning this game?
10.
Really? Okay.
A 10.
So would you?
Just like how I made that bet of you with the top 10, I knew within a week that was over.
Oh, I'll be in a Mario costume soon. Don't worry.
And here's the thing: if the Vikings win,
I got
you have no followers anymore. You lost
Andrew,
all your followers.
I have
Andrew,
no followers.
Andrew, what
but I'll
about,
do anything you want.
What about this? I got one. Then you
I'll
can.
I'll wear a Vikings jersey and be like, say
No,
whatever
no.
you want into that camera, and you can post it on the Paul Farrington
No,
show.
I want you in a Kirk, not Kirk, and,
With chains.
Yeah, I want you with chains.
You have to wear a Kirk jersey with chains.
I want a video with you in chains doing the Kirk Cousins, and I want you putting it on your platforms.
And if the Vikings
Not
win,
on Twitter, but I'll put it on Instagram.
I want it on Twitter.
No, it can't be on Twitter.
Why not Twitter?
That's the Coach Keenan account. It's strictly
no, come on.
No,
I'm,
I decline.
I'm putting it on mine, which has 5 times the people your fake Instagram has.
No. I'll put it on Instagram. You put it on the Paul Farrington show, whatever you want. I can't. You put it on your story.
All right,
it can't be on Twitter. No
can
Twitter.
I tweet it on my Twitter?
Oh yeah, as long as it's not on my Twitter, I don't care. My Twitter is strictly for the
feel like
youth
this is-
minds and changing the culture of public
All
basketball.
right, your Twitter for 24 hours.
No.
That's so soft.
You can literally put on
24
anything
hours.
you want.
This is the only account of yours that has any consequences. It's like me saying you can't do my Instagram.
And this
Everything
is
else
why.
I put it on has 0.
is this the Vikings just to win, not to cover, just to win, right?
Yeah, just to win.
No. You can put on your Instagram
Okay,
of me.
fine. We'll find a way to
So,
blow
but
it up.
where am I getting these chains?
We gotta find chains.
We gotta find chains. We gotta get a Kirk jersey. You gotta be scolding the entire.
No, I want him doing exactly what Kirk did. Kirk does some stupid dance where he's going like this.
You know, we're opening up the.
Oh, don't call it stupid.
Sorry.
We're opening up next week's recap. Andrew's going, "You like that? You like that?"
Yeah.
In a Kirk jersey. That's if the Vikings win.
Yeah. So again, thanks for your apology to the Bengals.
What if he had the chains? He had to do an episode shirtless, just like Kirk.
That's good.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
I said I will do literally anything besides post something on my
That might get
Twitter.
us
We might get more
demonetized.
female followers that way.
You can see my disgusting gut.
yeah, no. I'd rather have the video posted.
people might vomit.
I don't want Andrew. I don't want Andrew shirtless for an
Actually,
episode.
we could lose a ton of followers.
Oh,
so
we
you never know.
have to watch that then. All right. Why don't we go into the cap of the week and then we'll end this here.
Yeah, after my Bengals apology.
Yeah. After you apologize to the Bengals, all's good.
Yeah, no Mixon, no Chase. Go in Tennessee and win that game.
Yeah, it's a great win. But okay, so you said you have a very special cap of the week and an early cap of the week too. We don't usually see that.
And I had to do this. Zach, you got the sound ready?
I don't like what's happening here.
Okay. You got the sound ready, Zach.
I don't like this at all.
This is a welcome to our good friend, a man I've known for a long time. Our first guest on this podcast, Alex Weiner. So come say hello, Alex. Come say hello. Come right into the camera.
Look at
Right in
that.
here.
That's a real close up.
Come right in here.
No, this one right here.
Come
Take
next
off
to me.
the
Come next to me.
headphones.
Come next to me.
I want to be able to hear my boy Zeke.
Ziggy doesn't talk during the jackass.
This is my buddy Alex. Stay here the whole time, right here behind me. Our first guest. He came from across the country, guys.
For the show.
Just
For
the show.
this show. For this show. Can you believe he's standing right here? And he is a proud alum of the University of Southern California. And they're playing in the Pac-12 championship this week for the right to punch their ticket to the Final Four in a revenge spot. You're giving me those USC Trojans -2.5 in Sin City? Give me those Trojans to punch their ticket to the Final Four! Cue it!
It's such an overrated
Not
fight
the
song.
song. I can't fucking do
USC!
this.
Fight on, baby! Fight on!
Am I
Fight
crazy
on!
here? Or like, for real though, isn't this the most annoying song in college? Where it's like anytime the USC team
That's-
does anything,
that's the
they
best
run the
fights-
ball for 2 yards on first
No,
down.
no,
They
no.
score a touchdown.
No.
Their
They're like
quarterback
sore
gets sacked
losers.
for a
USC
loss.
Like
wins
Notre
by
Dame sore
double.
losers.
USC wins by double digits against that bum rising who can't play away from Salt Lake City.
Yep.
That man cannot play away from Salt Lake City.
You don't want to see what USC's done on the road this year.
I'm not happy with that fight song being played on this show.
You know what they did on the road, Ziggy?
But with Alex
They
here,
lost.
yeah,
on,
all right,
they
all
lost
right,
on a
all
2-point conversion to Utah. Big time revenge.
right. I know. We were on a boat.
We were.
We were on a
We
boat.
were on a
I
boat.
almost jumped off the boat that night.
Alex
I don't
Weiner's
know.
here.
When I say USC on the road, I see a team that barely beat Oregon State, barely lost to Utah, barely beat Arizona.
All of this lost me money.
Barely beat UCLA. Like, this team can't play outside the
You want to see what
Coliseum.
I see? I saw Caleb Williams crying after he lost to Utah, thinking that his shot at the playoffs went out the window.
That's what I saw too.
Yep.
You think
So you're telling me their quarterback's a crybaby?
You think
and
that
that's
team's
supposed to
keeping him out?
ignore them?
You think that team's keeping him out? Hell no.
way.
Hell
No way.
Hell no. Wiener's in the building. Came across the country for this show. USC's laying 2.5 all day.
I want the strong
day.
silent type. I don't want to cry. I don't want to cry baby.
All I'm saying is
quarterback.
when me and Jack are on that couch of his, we don't lose.
Yo, we really do not
No,
lose.
you know what this has written all over it? This says USC, big lead, quick lead. And Mike Rotundo sits there and he goes,
Mike Rotundo will be on the porch.
Nope. Mike's going to high
won't
five.
be able to hear
Mike's
it.
going to stick out his hands. Mike's going to stick his hand out to Jack and he's going to go, easy money. And right there, Cam Rising's going to turn into Tom Brady. And the Utes are going to win this game.
He knows better.
He doesn't know better.
Well, fine. This could be the deal.
He knows better.
You need to enforce it since it's your house. He either sits on the porch or he wears a legitimate muzzle like a dog on the couch.
Mike, would you wear a muzzle on the couch?
A muscle. Fucking dog.
Yes.
I mean,
I mean,
you're dangerous.
Shaq,
Yeah.
That's also the best fight song in America.
Look at Ziggy.
I don't know why I come on this show. Man. One of these days, one of my students is going to find this show and report me to the Title IX office for some of the crap you
Oh, and
guys say.
Ziggy, I have to say, I'm digging the Hawaiian shirt. We saw on Ziggy's Instagram, he said, going with the Hawaiian today for your lecture on what? What was it?
The blessed John Duns Scotus.
Gotcha.
what is it? Can you give us a little synopsis?
There was a 27-step argument, and I think that was the easiest argument we covered today.
27 steps. Jesus.
Yeah, I tried really hard to make it as short as I could.
In
I went through
15
quite a few
seconds.
versions of it.
In 15 seconds, can you try and summarize what you...
Oh, yeah, no, it's actually really straightforward. Basically, there can't be two gods, because if there were two gods, there would have to be two beings with distinct features in virtue of which they're different. But if they're different features, then they'd have different modal profiles, right? They'd exist in different worlds. But the problem with that then is that then God's not necessary. So that's obviously ridiculous. So you can't have two gods.
So Buddhism is fake?
I mean,
That's what you're
SCOTUS doesn't.
saying.
SCOTUS certainly isn't a Buddhist. That's right. SCOTUS is one of the most famous medieval Catholic scholastic
I
philosophers.
could sit here and watch the two of you talk philosophy for
I have
hours.
no
It
clue
would be
what's
great.
going on.
However,
Well, reading John Duns Scotus is like watching Bobby Fischer play
what?
chess. You watch it and you're like, there's a bunch of muddy
I don't know who
moves in
Bobby
the middle.
Fischer is.
You know Bobby Fischer?
Bobby Fischer?
No.
You should watch the movie.
He's the American goat. at
Watch
chess.
the movie
I'm
Searching
good.
for Bobby Fischer.
I'm good
Great
about
movie.
not watching anything about
Lawrence
chess.
Fishburne. Oh,
But my
yeah.
one question is, before we go, my Instagram is still disabled, and you still haven't sent me that email. Can I get that email?
No,
We're going on 2 months.
I don't have the email.
What do you mean? You sent an email?
Yeah, I did. It was from their like little send us a help thing, and we'll get back to you by email.
Oh, whatever. No, I'm saying I want the email you wrote to them.
Yeah, but I don't have the text anymore. I put it in their box and it got sent to their support, and then now it's gone. So like, I don't actually have the text for you. Look, you're not getting unbanned. Whatever you did,
I didn't do anything.
whoever you pissed off, whether it was like the Illuminati or what.
No,
That's
not
happened
getting
to a
that
lot of
account
people,
back.
though. A lot of people have lost their accounts that I know.
Yeah, he got it back.
Very
though.
weird.
He got it back.
He did something right.
Andrew,
Oh, he
you
did
gotta
something wrong.
You probably got to do
'Cause
the
I'm
27
innocent.
steps.
That's how innocent. All right, well, let's wrap
I
it
think
up.
that they saw my takes on the Paul Farrington show I was putting on my story, and they tried to silence us.
Silence you. It's
Well,
possible.
us,
Yeah,
because
Jets,
no,
fans,
you,
Jets
not
fans
me.
historically have no access to the media. Jets fans are silenced. They're the quietest fan base. They never get a chance to say anything.
You know
Very
who's leading the
humble.
Pro Bowl defense in votes? Sauce Gardner.
I'm happy for him.
You know what receiver's leading the votes? Justin Jefferson. That's an
Look,
all-time matchup. Well, it's going to be one-sided, but all-time.
I
build
couldn't
up.
agree more.
Yeah, I think it'll go the same way that I expected Sidney Rice versus Darrell Revis to have gone if they matched up in 2009. It would have been a Rice show.
See, that's the difference between Jets fans and Vikings fans. You guys look into the past. I look at the future.
All right.
You don't trust me. You don't want to look in the future of this team.
I don't want to look into my past. Are you kidding me?
Well, you seem to be.
All right. With that, we'll wrap it up. I hope Santa Claus was in frame. Mr. Bloomquist really wanted.
Like, I'm trying to. Sorry.
prime
Well, as we get more towards the...
I'm in the
Come on,
health
try-
center, and it literally says, "Can I delete my teen's Instagram account?" That's what that does it not say that. That's what I'm getting to when I'm saying I need my account back. Can I delete my teen's Instagram account?
Yeah, I don't know what you did. I don't know what you
mean, you
did.
pissed somebody
I don't know
off.
what you're searching. And it's 1, 2 in the morning.
Oh, No.
I mean, who knows? I don't know. I don't know.
No.
I don't know.
Oh, apparently it's all Steeler fans in Indy tonight. 3-0 already.
Wait.
Irrelevant.
If you see a disabled message, you may be experiencing
All right, thanks for
a
listening
block.
to the Week 12 reaction show. Paul Farrington, Jack Weinberger, Andrew Keenan, Zach Bloomquist. Well, clap it up for Alex Wiener for joining.
Winner.
Zach said JoJo came down, and Michael.
See you, Ziggy.
Thanks for coming, Mike. We'll see you next time.